joining us. I'm Jenny Hugans. The trial of the slaying of Marquise Todd has come to rest. Last week, Luke Van Hemert of Oskaloosa was charged with second-degree murder from an incident that took place on his front yard in March of 2018. Van Hemert will serve up to 50 years in prison. Being a student athlete here at William Penn comes with a lot of different responsibilities and demands. From changing practice hours to long road trips, some students often find it hard to cope. However, William Penn industrial technology student Isaac Sanders has managed to find success in both areas. Nick Fullard has the story.
Just 3 short years, William Penn student athlete Isaac Sanders has managed to find his niche in the classroom, in the lab, and on the court. The future engineer is graduating with a bachelor's degree in industrial technology, which is a combination of both engineering and the trades. When asked why he chose the major, Sanders expressed his enjoyment in it.
I really enjoy it because not only am I learning hands-on skills, but I'm also learning how to use technology and how to communicate with both sides of the industry.
On Saturday, April 6th, Isaac was given an Academic Achievement Award by William Penn President John Otteson for finishing his career with the highest GPA in the whole engineering department.
I'm extremely proud of this award because it shows my dedication and hard work in the classroom.
Aside from academics, Isaac played 3 years of basketball at William Penn and was a part of some of the most successful teams in the school's history, winning the Heart of America Conference and tournament championships his freshman year, reaching the NAIA Division I National Final Four that same year, repeating those accolades his sophomore year, and reaching the national tournament's Sweet 16 in his senior campaign.
Being a student athlete here at Penn is a very common thing, but I've been blessed to be successful both academically and athletically. And I think that's a lot to do with my focus, getting my priorities in line, and the time management that comes with that. You know, I chose for basketball to be my fun at college. So really, outside of school and basketball, I'm really focusing on one of those two things, doing some extra work during my free time. And that's really benefited my collegiate career in both areas.
Hard work and success have benefited Isaac so much, in fact, that he has already accepted a job offer as a project engineer at Musco Lighting Company. No matter what the future holds for this bright young man, you can bet success will be knocking on his door. This is Nicholas Fullard with WPNN News, signing off.
Passionate, hardworking, and loyal are just a few words that describe this next individual who has managed to make a huge impact at the William Penn University campus and the athletics program. Jared Goodman, grad assistant for the WPU Athletics Communications Department and the voice of William Penn University, is an individual who does a little bit of everything and has gained a lot of opportunity around campus for his excellent job in live broadcast for the baseball games as an announcer. He says at first this was not easy, but he has gotten more comfortable since he knows about the sport, and all he cares about is doing a quality broadcast for the people who can't be there.
And being able to put out a quality broadcast, that's all I really care about, just putting out a quality broadcast. And that's just in due diligence to, you know, the parents that are listening back home to their kids who can't be there because, you know, they're halfway across the United States or even in some instances halfway around the world. You know, that's just something that I take pride in, and I want to do the best that I can for those listening back home.
Jared also manages the athletics website and says he writes about sporting events going on around campus, as well as being in charge in creating the graphics for the social media pages. Up next, we will be getting a deeper look into the pile up of work seniors have before they graduate and just how much time they really spend on final projects and assignments.
With the stress of finals approaching, I took a closer look into the life of two seniors with two very different majors.
My name is Fabian Gutierrez. I'm a digital communications major and I'm a senior.
Ariel Holiday. My major is biology and I'm a graduating senior.
Although they have very different majors, they do have one thing in common, and that is being busy. From editing pictures to learning about different species, they have a full schedule. And here's a glimpse of it.
A lot of labs, different type of experiments, papers. I had to do a biology practicum.
So I have a capstone project that's kind of like the main bump in the road right now that I have to present next week. And in other classes, it's just more of a campaign video I have to work on. I have some essays and one big video for digital photography where I have to basically put like 20 sports photos together and do that by also next week.
They have already put in countless hours and still have many hours to put in.
Each project so far, I've probably put at least 2 to 3 hours in.
The whole semester, over 20 hours.
So for my capstone, I'm probably gonna have to put another 4 hours, 5 hours just by the end of this week. And then by next week before the presentation, probably put another 5 hours.
This just goes to show that no matter what your major is, they all require hard work, dedication, and commitment.
A William Penn art class has taken their skills to the Oskaloosa community in effort to help raise money. WPNN's Zach Tracy has more.
A little bit of paint and some imagination conjure up a bit more than just a painting. For Professor Emily Ah and her art class, painted skateboards provide a way to express themselves while also helping the Oskaloosa community.
I think just getting students involved in something that isn't directly curriculum related, that's just for fun in a lot of ways, expressing themselves as individuals, but having the kind of cohesion, the standard point of the skateboards being their canvas puts them all together in this gallery space so that they all communicate and talk to each other, but the students get to express themselves whatever way they want.
The Oskaloosa Art Center has been supporting painted skateboards for over 2 years now, holding a charity art gallery each spring for the community to take part in. All proceeds go back to FACE, a nonprofit organization that helps run the Art Center and helps spreads the arts throughout Mahaska County.
Well, we at the Art Center are a completely community-based endeavor. So anything that gets high school students or younger children involved directly puts them in contact with their community outside of school. FACE is a nonprofit organization that completely serves families of the area, of the Mahaska County area, so it doesn't necessarily just reach Oskaloosa residents, but it obviously, this is a direct interaction with their hometown.
As May draws closer, so does the art show. Both FACE and the Art Center are hoping for a great turnout to help sell over 20 skateboards. If the gallery isn't enough, plans for an online auction are also set to happen in the spring, all with the purpose of selling some boards. In Oskaloosa, Zach Tracy, William Penn News Now.
If some skateboards aren't sold in the gallery or auction, they will be taken back to Penn for next year's class to repaint and help sell, although Emily Ott and the students would like to see all of them purchased. New technology was placed on the baseball and softball fields recently. Musco installed new 4K cameras behind home plate. Our own Kadeem Ellington took advantage of these new cameras and produced the first ever multicam baseball production done at Penn. Ellington wants to encourage others to follow his footsteps and has this advice for future students that do so.
Well, before you really want to do it, like before the game, like I'd say like probably a month before, just work with it, do some graphics, like try to work on it as much as you can before the game actually starts. So when it, do some practice run-throughs and everything, so when the game starts, you can flow easily onto it.
In other news, the men's baseball team had a busy week and were able to come up with both wins against Missouri Valley. The scores were 10-6 and 20-6. Up next, the men's team will be playing at home with their eternal rivals, Grandview. Basketball was on the packed courts this month, but not for the reasons you think. The Alpha Lambda Delta Honor had its annual basketball game on April 10th. The event featured just 2 teams coached by Jenna Santee and Darius Wheeler. Each team consisted of numerous William Penn faculty members and students. The game is held each year in order to raise money for the Honor Society through raffle tickets for gift cards and t-shirts. The raffle tickets range from $1 to $10 and the t-shirts were $15. Overall, the game had a positive turnout and a competitive game that spectators enjoyed. A local church brought a Sunday of worship to the pack. Central Reformed Church of Oskaloosa held a church service on the packed courts on April 21st. Easter always brings in more people to church, so to accommodate for the influx in numbers, they moved their service to William Penn. Central invited and welcomed all Penn students to attend. Their hope was to help college students have a church to attend on Easter, but also help them find their new church home. For more information about Central, call 641-673-3843 or go to centraloski.com. That is going to do it for us this morning from all of us in the Digital Communications Department. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.